Hi guys, good afternoon, good morning, good evening. I had some technical difficulties. Sorry again for being late. Anyway, welcome for everybody who is new to my channel. Welcome. My name is Jasmina from Jasmina Brosvik Astrology. I'm a modern astrologer, but with some traditional tools in my toolkit. But I love astrology. Well, I love sharing the knowledge, inspire other peoples to explore more their own charts and what is happening in their life and helping them with this magical tool, ancient tool of astrology. Today, I'm here to talk about the upcoming new moon in Taurus. Before I start, just quickly. Some housekeeping things. If you are interested, I will have an 8-week course. Beginners personalized course is going to last for 8 weeks on Fridays. And it's going to be like, even if you have some knowledge, it's going to be personalized because I'm going to go through material through your own charts. All the charts of the participants will be looked at, and we're going to learn through their chart. So it's going to be very interesting. It's like another layer of maybe applying your astrology knowledge to your own life and your own charts. It's going to be very interesting. That's going to start May 2nd. All the information is in the description below. Also, I will have a talk for ISAR, that's International Society for Astrological Research, on June 15th. So if you're a member, it's going to be free for you. If you're not, you can just register for my talk. I'm going to talk about Mercury and Pallas Athena. The topic is the art of strategic thinking. Mercury meets Pallas Athena. So you can check that out below as well. And Spring Moon Phase Planner is ready for download. It's also in the links below. What else? Happy Easter to everybody who celebrates. Happy Passover. I think it's also now. Yes, that's all I want to have to say. Also, if you want to book a reading, please go to my website, jasminabrosvikastrology.com, and you can find all the information there. Also, I have a newsletter coming up. So next one is going to come up in 10 days for the May forecast. Okay, I think that's all I wanted to say for this before I start talking about the new moon. Okay, the new moon is in Taurus. It's happening. Just let me go through the technical details, and then I'll also share a chart, and we'll look at it. Why is it so intense? This one. So it will occur at on the 27th of April, around 3:31 p.m. Eastern time. So adjust to your time zones, please. At 7 degrees and 47 minutes of Taurus. People who are be most affected by this new moon personally are going to be everybody, all the fixed signs, which are Taurus, Leos, Aquarius, and Scorpios, of course, and all of us, all of you who have any placements in those signs between 5 and 11 degrees. Okay, so that's going to be more affected. Also, every lunation is part of a bigger lunar family. So this new moon, the lunar families go to 27 months. So this new moon, first quarter is going to be on January 26, 2026. So this, like, you can, if you're planning some long-term projects, this is good information. So everything that you everything that you plant the seed now, it will kind of start to grow and develop on January next year. Full moon is going to be 26th of October 2026, and last quarter is going to be July 26th 2027. Also, let me mention the Sabian symbol. Anybody who likes symbols or symbology, or just another way, another layer of understanding this new moon. The Sabian symbol for 7 to 8 degrees Taurus is a sleigh on land uncovered by snow. It's the sentence that describes this, and I'm just reading this from the people who are more into Sabian symbols, but I think it's always a nice layer to kind of gives us a secret message. It says, out of place, out of season, mind conjures many reasons. So it's like your mind is saying, it's crying, impossible. This is impossible. So that's kind of a feeling. But life provides an endless source of solutions, even for the impossible things that we feel that are impossible. I like this because it gives us hope. It gives us an interesting way of dealing with situations in a new way, right? And whatever we feel that it's impossible now, it doesn't have to be impossible. So I think it's a great message. Very, very, I love it. I love it. Okay. Before we start talking about this particular new moon, I want to talk about Taurus, because this new moon happens in sign of Taurus. And Taurus is earth sign. It's a fixed sign. But it has this yin energy of receptiveness, of fertility. Oh, hi, misbehaving. Nice to see you. Oh, you're doing research. Actually, it's very good. You're going to have Mercury sextile Pluto on Sunday, so it's applying. So it's very good for research. I love that. I love that you're doing that. Yeah. So when we think, you need to understand what Taurus energy is to take to use this energy for this new moon in the most beneficial way. So as I mentioned, Taurus is an earth sign, which means it's very practical, it's grounded, it has a sense of what is real. It's fixed, which means it's determined and perseverant. So the energies are long term. So Taurus energy is definitely they're the builders. They are the ones who can have the endurance and perseverance and determination to finish something that somebody else started, or even what they started. So that's why they're great builders, using the energy and something that is sustainable for a long time. So whatever you're gonna set intentions to for this new moon and plant seeds, think about long term. Think about something that is it's like building a foundation. It's it's something that will bring you stability and security. That's Taurus energy. Okay. I did write some things down, so I'm going to read it, because I feel that I want you to understand how important this full moon is for your long-term goals, for your long-term stability, for your long-term sense of security. Moon in Taurus, moon is, what our needs are. And hello, my favorite Norwegian. Oh yeah, the new moon, T-square, ascendant, and Venus. There you go. My love for chocolate will never die. I love it. Of course, that's Taurus moon, loves chocolate. So I love that we have these festivities coming up just before the new moon. We can kind of already get a sense of chocolate this weekend. So new moon in general is when the sun and moon are together, starting a new cycle. Every time a planet meets the sun, they start a new cycle, because sun is our vitality. Sun is what gives us energy. Sun is where everything kind of starts. It gives us, it is who we are, and what gives us life. Okay, so every planet that meets or celestial body that meets sun, they start a new cycle. So sun and the moon meet every month, and this month they're going to meet in the sign of Taurus. Okay, so that's number one. Moon in Taurus. I want to focus, because we always think about this as a lunation. It's a new cycle. And why are moon cycles important? Because moon is our sense of security, our sense of stability. It gives us, it's what we need, it's what nurtures us. That's why moon is connected with our mothers, with our childhood, with how we were brought, what made us secure when we were kids and we were fragile, right? So this is why the moon is very important. And this one is, I think, very important because it's rare moon. Like, this is one of the rarest moon. First, it's the moon loves to be in Taurus, so we say it's an exaltation in Taurus signs. That's the first thing. So it's like a good moon. Second thing, it gives us long term. It gives us an opportunity for long term projects, for long term things that we want to achieve in life. Okay, so first of all. It's also a Taurus moon because we can underestimate it. We always tell that Taurus energy is a stubborn energy. They are hard to move. They think things slowly. They can be resilient, as I mentioned, persistent, determination. They do things slowly and steadily, gradually. But also Taurus is as I mentioned, it's a yin energy, right? So it's very receptive. So it works with all the senses. It's connected with earth. Taurus is connected with literally with gardening, with earth, with digging, our with using all of our senses. So if you want to do a ritual for this new moon, and if you are for sending intentions, try to use all the senses. Candles, you can have the smell some smells, or you want to burn some incense for smell. Then you want to visualize something. If you have a vision board, put it in front of you. What is it? What is your vision for the long-term future? Taste, make some tea, or take a piece of chocolate for this new moon intentions as well. Something that you find pleasure in. What else we have here? Put some music on. Okay. And so we're using all the senses: smell, taste, eyesight, sounds, whatever. So that's very important for this new moon. Okay. If you want because it touch as well. So have something in your hand, like a crystal or something that can really help you, right? And because Taurus is ruled by Venus, one of the great crystals you can have is jade. So you can use that one, or you can use rose quartz as well. Those are Venus sign crystals, so you can use them for this new moon as well. Just a thought. So there, the energy can also be very cuddly, loving, affectionate. Taurus is always considered to be one of the foodies of the zodiac, along with Cancerians. So they enjoy pleasures of life, right? So it's a massage. It has to be kind of tangible, practical pleasure. Okay, so it's not like watching a movie or listening to music like a Pisces would probably enjoy. This is more of getting a massage, or eating that piece of chocolate, or making a cake, or something that you find pleasures in. So the thing is with Taurus energy as well, that they don't like change. They like stability. They like familiar things. They like the things the way they are. So the only change they will accept usually in life is the change that they initiate, not somebody else. So also, that's very good to know about this new moon. Taurus is also about our possessions, our assets, all the material possessions we have in life. So if you have a wish for some material luxuries and pleasures in life, this is a good new moon to set intentions for that as well. It's all about what you value and what you find that it's worth working on, or because with Taurus it's very slow, so you won't see the results right away. So that you have to have that in mind. It's not that you're going to see the results not now. So whatever you put intentions to, it's going to take a long time to do it. But is it worth it to wait? So that's the question you kind of need to ask yourself. Is this worth the wait? What else did I put down? There's a lot of things about Taurus we can say, but this is just in general, right? The Taurus energy is also about property and money. So all the material stuff I already mentioned, but it's also about luxury. So think about jewelry. Think about some things that you don't need, but you want in life. Okay, it is about what we need. Like, Taurus definitely needs a home, stability in material way. But it's also about pleasures and luxuries and some things that maybe we don't need but we want in life. So that's very interesting. You can think about that as well. um, yeah, I think I kind of made my point. What is the Taurus energy? I'm going to share now the chart of this particular new moon, which I mentioned is very intense. Let me share the chart. Okay, there it is. Okay, so this is the new moon. Please disregard the houses. I created this chart for 0 degrees Aries. This is like a world chart for the whole world. So not for no particular place. So don't disregard the houses. But as you can see, the moon is here, and with the sun, 7 degrees and 46 minutes. And interesting thing, all of us, unlike before, we had so much water in the skies lately. This is very, see, earthy and fixed energy. So it's very down to earth, grounded energy. It's something that we like. It was so hectic with eclipses, with retrogrades, with Neptune changing sign, with all this stuff. We are now yearning for some stability, and this new moon can bring that. Okay, so we can rebuild some things, or we can start over after we cleaned up all the things that were happening since beginning of the year. Mars was retrograde, Venus was retrograde, Mercury was retrograde, all these personal planets. And personal planets affect us more on daily basis, right? So when they're retrograde, we can feel them more. Unlike the outer planets, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto, when they go retrograde, it's more collective feeling, and it takes a long time, so we don't feel them on everyday situations. With Mercury, Mars, and Venus, we do. And it's interesting that this is like a fresh beginning, like a new start, that we can start building some giving some stability in unstable world that we live in today. But there is a catch, of course. Yeah, it can be uncomfortable this time because we have this tension, friction, destroying energy that is touching this. And that is because we have Pluto and Mars in opposition, squaring this new moon. So we call this in astrology a T square. This is one of the hardest energies because it we need to act on it. It's not something that we can ignore, that we can put under the carpet. This is not something that will be resolved on its own. This is telling us that we need to act on it. And what is this telling us? It's really, really hard. So imagine, so what I because Mars is an activation. So it's our willpower, it's our drive, it's how we act in life, it's our assertiveness, our activity. Pluto is about power, wealth, control, secrets, deep underground things. So this is actually an explosive aspect because they're pulling. Mars and Pluto, they're both pulling in different directions. So it's a very explosive energy. Also, this is the third opposition. The last one, the closing one. We had one first time they met beginning of November, then beginning of January, and you know what happened. We had U.S. elections beginning of November, beginning of January was all these California fires. And so now it's the third one. Not just, I mean, the whole world. It was very intense with this retrograde Mars in Cancer. A lot of patriotic wars. A lot of stuff was happening. So this is the last one. So this is kind of the energy of power dynamics, destroying energy, tensions. It's like it's a military aspect, literally. It can definitely do things that cannot be retracted afterwards. So why am I mentioning all of this? Because this feels to me, because the apex, so the culmination, so the way to go, to resolve this tension between Mars and Pluto's opposition is through this new moon. And I'm feeling that this reminds me of when you flag the red flag in front of the bull. So the bull, Taurus, is doing its own thing. It's eating, it's building, it's living life, and all of a sudden, there's a provocation. And this is the feeling for this new moon. It's like something is provoking you, something is telling you, just poking you and not letting you build your thing, build your life, live a simple stable life. So this kind of energy is this. So how can we use this? I was thinking, because it's very destructive and it's very intense. How can we use this in a better way? How can we help ourselves instead of destroying? How can we use this energy to build something? So I'm thinking, I was thinking this, instead of, because I think we to start something new this time for this Taurus new moon, to start something new, it needs to be something that is going to transform our lives for the better. So it's going to be huge, it's going to be big, and it's going to impact us for a long, long time. But we have to do it in a way that it empowers us. Whatever you want to grow from this new moon, it has to empower you, it has to transform you. So Taurus usually doesn't like this. So this is going to be a little bit different than usual Taurus, a new moon. And it's interesting. So that's kind of what I feel. So we need to find how to, even if something is destroyed on the way, how can we, what can we do to rebuild what's destroyed and start over? That's the energy. So because every time Pluto is involved in our natal charts, and it touches our natal charts, our lives are transformed one way or another. So either you want to be defeated, or you want to, or you want to get out from this and say, that's it. Nothing is going to destroy me. I'm going to get out. I'm going to rebuild my life. I think this is the energy of rebuilding our lives in a totally new way. That's my take on this new moon. I feel that some things possibly will need to we will need to dismiss. Some things might be destroyed in this process, in this long process, because this is initiation. This energy will hold for this 27 months, right? For longer things. So on our way to building new and starting new from scratch and fresh, we will need to destroy something, and let's do it with the less damage. Let's try to do it with little damage as we can. This is also very interesting. It's also things coming out that were hidden from deep down, and things that just explode. And you might, there might be a lot of things that you were not aware of that you're now they're gonna come to the surface. A lot of that energy can come up. It's a breaking up energy as well. So it's like you need to let go of something. Something needs to be resolved before it's rebuilt and started over. So that's the energy of it. It's not going to be like a smooth, okay, I'm just going to start this in a fluffy way. It's not it's in a serious, deep way. What I want to mention is Venus. Venus is the ruler of this moon. Okay. And Venus is tightly conjunct Saturn, only 1 degree apart. And she's in Pisces. That's a good thing. Excuse me. Good thing is that she's in Pisces. So that means that she is exalted. She loves to be in Pisces. So she will give, there's a Piscean flavor to all of this, which I feel that if we have faith if we have hope for the future, faith in ourselves, if we trust ourselves, and if we trust the universe, that everything's going to be okay at the end, although we have to go through this hardship, I think that's the saving grace of it all. We need to have faith. Saturn is also grounding this a little bit. So Saturn and Venus together can be hard. It's about feeling that you don't deserve much, that you are not valuable enough, that you're not worthy enough, worthy of love, worthy of relationship. So there is this flavor of this new moon that we just feel that our dreams can be, I'm never going to have this dream come true, or this is who like a self-doubting, not feeling very good about this as well. So that's another feeling. I don't want to disregard this because it's important. The good thing is that Venus, it's almost at 29 degrees of Pisces, right? So Neptune was just there. Saturn will come up to that degree soon. Mercury was just there as well. So there is something very potent in this 20. Like we need to pull all of our faith now. Like this is the last degree. So we are kind of, this is the last moment that we have a chance to do it, to put to build our faith. And it's about intuition. It's about maybe we're going to need to sacrifice some things in order to rebuild our lives. Maybe there's a sense that we need to go and help somebody else before we help ourselves, which is going to be hard with Taurus. Taurus kind of likes to make sure that he has food on the table, and then and then he can share extras with others, right? So there's I think there's going to be like a little this conflict of what needs to what literally needs to be gone before we start over. Okay, but we need to have faith. We need to have faith in it. That's very important. I think that's the message. Yeah, so that's what I want. What else is happening? What else is happening? There's nothing much with this moon. It's just squaring. It's squaring Mars and it's squaring Pluto, and that's it's also opposing Vesta, but not that tightly. So Vesta is also connected with our heart's desires, and what is our spirit? What is our spirit? What is our flame burning for? There's like kind of also another, and she's in Scorpio, so there's like a deep need to keep the fire alive. There's going to be I feel a need that Taurus doesn't want to let go of things, and I think to start over we're going to need to let go of some things as well. Vesta is I was just mentioning the other day when I pulled the card of Vesta for my astro tip. Vesta is the one who is waiting at home, keeping the fire burning, the warmth of a sanctuary, like a home, while everybody else is fighting the war. She's the one who's gonna who sits at home wondering what is happening, doesn't know, by herself, but keeping the fire alive for others when they come from the war. So that's very interesting energy. So this is that what is that passion, that spirit in us that is going to burn even when the times are hard and when the times are not as we would like them to. So that's the message for this as well. Definitely, I feel. Yeah, interesting. This is going to be very interesting new moon. Okay, I'm just going to switch now and talk a little bit for each sign. Okay, let me stop sharing and let's do this. Okay, and then I'm going to start sharing again. Okay, there you go. Okay, so let's start. Let's see what's happening for this new moon. I'll start with Aries rising. So this new moon for Aries is happening in their second house. So that's going to be definitely impact how, what do they want to achieve in the material world. Are you happy with your value system? Are you happy with your possessions? Do you feel secure materialistically? Do you need maybe to start a new source of income? Do you feel that you need an extra job, maybe some passive income? Do you feel that your house is, secure where you live? Do you feel safe? Do you feel that you have enough money? Do you feel that you are spending also money according to your value system? Mars is in Leo now, right? So coming from the fifth house, and Pluto is here. I'm going to put everything here so we can see this is happening. Mars is so we have, oh, and Venus, we can't forget Venus is still in Pisces here, right? So we have a ruler for this lunation coming from the 12th house, so you definitely need to have more faith, and that everything's going to be okay at the end, right? Everything that I mentioned before, it's really something that you need to think about. Do you have enough faith in your own abilities, in your own skills and talents, that you can actually make enough money for yourself? Do you feel that are you patient enough to wait? Remember, you are Aries, and you have a fiery Mars leading you forward, driving you. So there's a lot of a lot of fire in you, that you want to do things fast. Fire burns fast, right? But this new moon is telling you need to slow down, and you need to start building and thinking about long-term future, and having faith that everything's going to be okay. That's very important for Aries risings. Okay. The key is having enough psychological strength to go through some hardships before you see, the results. Mars is your ruler of your first house, and it's opposing Pluto. There can be definitely a lot of conflicts during this lunation as well. So some people might not like what you're doing, or there's going to be some conflict of interests, right? And maybe some motives. If you have pure heart motives, or everything is to be okay, maybe some people in your life will have some destructive motives that are gonna they want to shake you up and your goals and what you're going through. I hope you find some patience, because you need it. Taurus is about patience. Remember, it's about planting a seed, and before it becomes a flower, there's so many stages, right? So this is just a stage when little things, you can just see a little thing coming through the earth, just a little thing, but there's still a long time to do it. So that's another message for you. You might also get your buttons pushed really, really easily for this lunation. There's going to be a sense that you're losing control in your life. That can be very hard. And it's very important that you don't use aggression in any way, verbal aggression, physical aggression, to make your point. Think about long-term future, and think about what can you do now. First of all, what needs to be removed so you can rebuild something on it, materialistically, literally, like what needs to be removed. Maybe you need to, you need to do something, remove something, destroy something, so you can start actually to make room for a new start, because sometimes you cannot build on ruins anyway, right? Sometimes this is not the energy for that. This is the energy of destroying everything and starting over. Have faith in yourself. That's number one, and have patience. And I think that's going to be good. Taurus risings. This is definitely your new moon, because it's happening in your first house. Oh, hello. Hi. Hello, Hermes. Hi, C Lane. Hello. Hello. I like when you guys call me Hermes. I know that are my people. Okay, so for Taurus risings, this is once in a year in your lunation where it's opportunity for you to grow, to expand, to have a fresh start, to rebuild yourself, and I love this because Venus is coming from the 11th house, so there is definitely a help, maybe from your friends or groups or communities that can help you grow, that can help you start a new chapter in your life. There might be some issues at, I won't lie, and some struggles, power dynamics coming from your work or home place that will steer things up. Yeah, it might not be pleasant. Maybe you need to, because you're so attached to material things and security. You're like a hoarder. You have so many things in your home, or there's so many things that you just can't let go of things, right? So there might be a situation that something needs to be left behind so you can start over. And I know it can be very hard for you to leave something behind, to start over. It literally, this is because we are starting a new world anyway. The world as we live in now is not going to be sustainable for a long time. So there is like a new world coming anyway. So this is telling you need to prepare for changes, and the best way to prepare for changes for you is for you to initiate them, for you to start changes. That's how you initiate. That's how you accept changes the easiest. If you initiate them, if you start them. And what do you want to change in your life? What do you really want to change in your life? How you want to be seen? How are you approaching life? What is the what are your values that you have? Maybe you need to rethink them as well. Don't get a false sense of security stopping you, because sometimes we feel, oh, this is familiar. Even if it's not good for us, it's still familiar. I'm going to stick with it. This is not the energy for that. If you stick to it, somebody else will come and destroy it. So that's what Pluto does usually. So it means that if you want to be in control of this, you need to be the one who initiates, who is willing to let go of things, and this is long term anyway. So you have the patience, you have the determination to make this change happen, for sure. As I said, there's a help coming from your environment. So you're not going to be alone. You might be just maybe disappointed in some maybe family members or at workplace people who will not like, because they're used to you, that you are always stable, you're always there, you're reliable, loyal. That's what Taurus is. And they can count on you to be there for them. But maybe it's time for you to be there for yourself, in a sense, and start something new. That will help you grow and have a better life. After all, my advice for you would be, just because it's familiar and you know how to deal with it doesn't mean it's good. What if something better is out there? That's the whole point, right? There is something better there. But if you don't change anything, you will never know. And I know it's scary, but it's also be very empowering. Okay. So this is the time of the year for you to start a new life chapter for you. Good luck, Taurus. Geminis. Okay, let's see what is happening for you. Oh, I'm going to put Mercury somewhere, and Mercury is now here. Okay. My dear Geminis, Taurus new moon is always hard. I know that Christopher Ransom, he's all for the seasonal. He says that Taurus, Geminis, and Cancers get very, very well together because they're from the same season. So there is a sense of that, but also Taurus and Geminis kind of don't have anything in common, right? One is earth, the other one is air, one is yin, the other one is yang, one is cardinal, fixed, one is mutable. So they have nothing in common, right? So how to use this unfamiliar Taurian energy, right? Because Geminis, you're very restless, you're very fast, you like mobility, you like to move. Taurus doesn't like to move, you like results very fast. You can be very impatient as well. So so this is in your 12th house. This is building on your psychological foundation and strength, building your faith, building your spiritual support. This is something that it's not tangible in the way that you like it, but there is an opportunity, and Venus is in the 10th house for this lunation. So there is maybe if you want to pursue a spiritual career, or you want to maybe be known in the world for helping others, helping those who are in more need than you are. That's something that you can maybe start doing for this lunation. Mercury is also in the 11th house, so there is maybe joining a charity or some environmental cause, or some kind of humanistic cause for others where you can help. There's a lot of need to help people because you're very versatile, very fast, and you can do a lot of things. Maybe there's a way you can help others. I'm thinking, but with this Mars and Pluto position, maybe because you're a Gemini and you always know what's happening. You're very knowledgeable in having the latest news and everything. So there might be an opportunity for you to disclose maybe somebody. Look, this is in the 12th house. Maybe there is some secrets or scandals that might happen that you want to disclose or something. And then because of that news that you hear, or because of that secret comes up, something gets destroyed, but then there's an opportunity for something new as well. So that's an interesting point as well. This struggle will affect maybe your mental health in a way. You might, because the new moon is in the 12th house, Mars, Pluto, the 3rd and the 9th house. It's about learning and knowledge and the way you think and the way you communicate with others. So there might definitely be some issues and some debates, in the best way, saying just debates maybe, or arguments or discussions that are not going to be pleasant, that might really affect your mental health and your psychological strength. Somebody can just maybe psychologically break you with their point of view, with their belief system, with what they believe in. So don't get into that. That's very important that you kind of don't budge into that. So getting empowered. Think about, motivation of people around this lunation might not be very sincere. So people might have hidden motives, destructive motives, and manipulation can be strong. So and you might feel that your strengths comes from connecting with a higher source. That's where your strength is. So do any type of ritual, any type of whatever you want to do. What intentions you want to set for your connecting with the source itself, and giving and getting strength and power from that, not from everyday information and data. What downloads and data you're gonna get from the universe. It's very important. Okay. Yeah, there might be somebody that can help you at work. Maybe there's going to be on your reputation. There might be something good can come up with this as well. If you plan this long term, it can have a very, very beautiful effect on your reputation in the world. Okay, hope this was helpful. Cancer risings. Let's see what is happening for you. This is this energy actually reminds me of when I see this new moon in the 11th house of the movie Casablanca, when at the end they say, I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. And this is exactly what this energy is for you Cancers rising. I think this is the beginning of a beautiful friendship. Some lovely energies. If you really want to make an impact, a long-term impact in the world, in the community that you live in, and helping the environment and helping this world to be a better place, this is a great opportunity to start something. Definitely there's going to be opportunity to meet new people, and they're going to be long-lasting friends. This is because you are ruled by the moon. Every lunation has a special place in your heart and the way you do things. And Cancer and Taurus energy goes very well together. It's very fertile, so it can be very productive. It can be, it can be also be friendships and maybe groups and communities that you join that can have a long-lasting impact on you. Venus is coming from the ninth house, so I would suggest maybe internationally or maybe online, or people who have the same beliefs as you, or people who finish the same schools, have the same philosophies, or somebody you can travel with. Think about that as well. That's a beautiful thing to think about for this lunation. Yeah, I love it. I love that. The trouble comes from maybe financial situation. So I don't know if there is something that maybe you owe the money from government to government, or some taxes issues, or from banks, or if you borrowed money from other institutions or people. This might come as an unpleasant surprise, or something that needs to be resolved in order to go forward. Yes, there might be some watch out as well for money frauds, for anything that is that is connected with your finances, with banks. Taurus is about banks and institutions as well. So think about that you maybe some extra expenses, or there might be some stuff that your money will be in question for this lunation. Maybe some issues or something, some tensions that you might not proceed with what you want, and because there's going to be some money problems. Maybe you have this dream of traveling around the world with your friends, but then you don't have a financial construction for it. But maybe there is a way you can to regain power over it. Make a plan on how to put money aside for this as well. And we often forget that the 11th house is also about our long-term hopes and dreams. It's our retirement as well. So maybe that you want to make a plan for when you're retired, that you can do this and then travel, but make a plan now, so it doesn't surprise you as well. I hope that you won't get any unexpected things regarding other people's money. It can be something like that. Yeah. Some conflicts maybe with maybe your partner will tell the joint money that you have, or joint things with your partner can come up during this lunation, and your partner might say, oh, we don't have money for that, or your dreams are too big, or what are you dreaming about, let's just so there can be stuff like that, because Pluto is coming from the 8th house. Yeah, very interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I'm just thinking Venus is ruling this lunation, and it's 11th house away from this lunation, right? So because it's 11, so it's definitely it's something to do with friendships and groups and community, and long-term savings, wishes, dreams, retirement. I feel that many of us can maybe rethink our how we're going to live when we retire. We will have enough money, not just especially Cancers, but maybe all of us, because this Venus is 11th houses from this lunation, and she's ruling it. So there is a connection for all of us to think about Taurus can be very self-sufficient and doing everything on its own. Maybe we have to think about how can we need to think that the future is in community and how to get together and build something together. That's just a thought that occurred to me, and I think it's yes, yes. I mean, with Pluto in Aquarius is something that we're gonna want to do as well. So we need to. I think that the whole world is gonna change the way we are living very soon. Okay, Leo risings. Okay, as I mentioned, for Leos, for all the fixed signs, this is going to be very important lunation. For Leos, because they have Mars just coming into their first house. Oops. The Mars just came from being here for such a long time. So they're going to feel more active, more driven, more, it's going to be stronger willpower. And the problem with this is something to do with their partner. So they have like a wish. So this lunation is about what do you want for your reputation, for your career, like a new start. Maybe you want to quit your job and start a new one, and then your partner won't like it. You have a strong will power to do it, and like you don't care, and you might destroy your relationship on your way to success. So just be careful. This is very, very powerful new moon for Leos. Long-term goals regarding how you want to be seen and what you really want to be known for in life. You can definitely set intentions for that. Just if I just feel that you might end up alone doing it at the end because you're going to maybe destroy some relationships on the way. So have that in mind and be very careful. Venus is also in the 8th house. So it's a hard house to help you. So maybe there is maybe there's a help from institutions or banks to get a credit line for your new business. Maybe you can get some loans. Maybe there is some kind of inheritance. Maybe there's some kind of money from somebody else, from investors. So maybe you can from fundings. Maybe you can raise money like that to start your dream, your career. Just be careful that you don't end up alone, and then you have nobody with to celebrate your successes one day with. So that's what I feel for Leo risings. But it is actually a beautiful opportunity for you to showcase yourself, to shine. Sun is your ruler, so there is a lovely connection for you to shine. I just feel that it's going to bring you a lot of conflict to get this done. Mars square Sun, Pluto square Sun. There's a lot of power control, a lot of, I think you don't want to let go of the false control that you feel that you have. So have that in mind. It's very important that you be respectful of others, or don't be so cocky. Be humble. There's inner strength in you, and you can defeat anybody and anything. Yes, that is true, but have this a little bit of humility to achieve long-term goals. Okay, this is long-term. Don't destroy things. On the other hand, there might be people or relationships or business partners or clients who are pulling you down, who are controlling you, who are not letting you be who you are. So maybe you need to let them go. That's maybe the things that you need to destroy before you start over a new life. That is also a possibility. I just hope that you have that in mind. Okay. Virgo risings. Okay, I need to just have a sip of water because Virgos. This is actually a beautiful opportunity with this energy for you to expand your knowledge, to start that new course, to go to PhD, to finish something, to actually, if you have like a long-term project, like if you want to do a master's or PhD, something that takes a long time, this is a great opportunity for you to start. There is a support coming from your partnerships, romantic, business, clients, that you can do this. Maybe you want to upgrade your knowledge that can help you later in life and bring you new sense, like maybe the degree or the certificate or whatever you're going to get will give you then more opportunities later that are going to be long lasting. Okay, so maybe you need to start think about how can you upgrade your qualifications, your skills, to help you then long term to achieve your goals. And I think you're going to have a lot of support from people in your life. And Mercury is in the eighth house, so maybe you want to deeper. Maybe you really want to study something that you always wanted, that takes research, that takes more time, or to go more in depth. Okay. Challenges might come from your everyday obligations and routines. I think if you become a slave to your routines, that is really not helping you. I think maybe your everyday work and responsibilities are definitely stopping you from achieving this, and you feel that you are out of control. And Mars coming into your 12th house, it can be hard because it's a hidden energy. It's not accessible when we want it, right? Mars is there, so you might feel like you don't have enough energy to do this. You might feel that that you literally are not physically, you can't do everything physically. That's also, and that you're losing control, and that everything is out of control. So to regain control, first of all, there's a support from partnership. You need to have like a conversation with them, like a deep, Mercury's in the eighth house, like deep, serious conversations, and see how you can make this how can you make this happen. And there might be and there might be some conflicts at your workplace as well during this lunation, or some kind of power struggles or something happening. So that's going to be also interesting. But think about long term and what you want to achieve in your life. What will make you happy? Where is the passion? And remember that Mars, although it's hidden here, it can always be reached if you want it. Okay, it can always be reached if you want it. Just don't overthink it. Don't overcomplicate things, because you can get so flabbergasted in little everyday details that's where you lose your power, because your everyday things are take so much of your time and energy, the details that you might not even need to pay attention to. You need to maybe let go of many details that you're spending your time on, right? And think about bigger picture. Ninth house is a bigger picture. It's Sagittarius. What is your big dream? And that's how you're going to regain your focus. You have to destroy literally some of your bad habits, and bad habit can be overthinking, overcomplicated things. You have everything in the order that you like it. Maybe that order needs to be destroyed in order for new life to come up and think long term. Okay. I'm a Virgo rising, and I know what I'm telling you guys. I know I can be, stuck to the way I put dishes in the dishwasher. That can take so much energy if it's not the way I want it. So it's just ridiculous. So think about your big dreams, big goals, and that's how you're going to get empowered. Yeah, it can be intense, though I won't lie. But at the end. Okay. Libra rising. Okay. Let's see what's happening here. Libras. Okay. I like the Venus is also your ruler and ruler of this lunation. Uh, this is something, it's very interesting. Eighth house can be a lot of different things. And usually it's actually a great opportunity if you want to reach out to government, banks, insurances, grants, and getting money. You can maybe get a mortgage with a great interest. Maybe there's an opportunity for you to get somebody else's money very, with a good interest or investment. Where do you invest your money? So think about that. Maybe you want to revise your portfolio. Eighth house is also about esoteric knowledge. So maybe you want to explore these topics or psychology. Maybe you want to start new therapy, any kind. Maybe you want to get astrological reading. I think there is some way for you to start something by, maybe your partner will get some money, right? So there's maybe money coming in from your partner, like a fresh new start, new money. Venus is in the sixth house, so I think this is probably gonna come from your work. Maybe there's some kind of situation at work that will help you have more money. Yeah, sixth and eighth house, they are on a bad rep, but it's also about health. It's about are you taking care of your? I feel just mental health is, and that's another thing that comes up to my mind. It's interesting, yeah. It's about there's maybe support coming from. Maybe you need, unlike Virgos, maybe you need to have some kind of routine that will help you with your finances. Maybe you need to maybe you will gain some, maybe you can gain some money to start work. Maybe you're gonna have a tenant. This is money from tenants. Maybe you want to rent part of your house. That can happen as well if you thought about it. The issues are coming from the 11th and the 5th house. So there might be some conflicts definitely with your friends coming up, something that psychologically you're going to take hard. Maybe you need to get rid of some of your friends to start over. Maybe they're pulling you down. Maybe they're not supporting you in your life's path. Pluto in the 5th can feel like you're losing control over your creativity, or if you have kids, there might be issues with your kids as well. They may be in the giving you some trouble. Also, if you're casual dating, if you don't have a steady partner, somebody who you date might there be some control issues from them. So just rethink who is in your life and how you have fun, and maybe that's an issue. I would use this energy definitely for maybe going deep and researching some ancestry or some traumas from the past, or to gain some strength in moving forward in everyday life. I would also think about my investment portfolio, and maybe see where my money is and how can I make passive income. And just don't rely on your friends for help this time. Not this time, I feel. A lot of struggle. I think the saving grace comes maybe from a routine, or maybe support from people you work with. That they might help you, give you some ideas on how to do this. Okay. Scorpio rising. Let's see. Okay, my dear Scorpios, is also going to be very hard for you. because Mars, your ruler, is in Leo now. There's a lot of squares. It's definitely squaring you. It's a grand cross. Um, releasing energies that is you're gonna be released. Maybe you're gonna be a release point for your partners. Okay, definitely there's a brand new energy coming from your partnerships, from romantic partners, for business partners, from clients. Something that you maybe you want to start and think long term. Maybe you're ready for a long, steady relationship. Maybe the existing relationships will become more serious. Maybe you'll get engaged. Maybe because especially Venus coming from the fifth, from the fun, from the fun house and sexy house. So maybe your romance will become more serious and steady. Maybe you get engaged. Maybe you're getting married. That can be an option as well. Maybe you're going to spark some fun into your relationships. Maybe there's like a new chapter that you are entering. Um, yes, some kind of relationships and partnerships that are going to be more fun, enthusiastic. Um, that's on the good side. I'm trying to to really find a good side here. Yeah, I mean, Venus is supporting you for the fifth house, so maybe your creativity, your where your heart is. Where is your heart? Where is your heart? What do you want to do? How do you envision your partnership? There's a brand new thing, for a long, steady. What kind of committed partners do you really want? That's a question. There might be some struggles from your workplace or from your home place, especially maybe your family that you grew up with. So maybe they're not approving your new relationships or partners. Maybe they want to manipulate you, control you, even blackmail you emotionally for it's like me or them. Maybe you need to let go of the past to start new. Maybe you are holding on. All the fixed signs are very hard on themselves on letting go the old patterns, the old way of living, because it's very familiar, very familiar. So stepping into the new territory, it can be very hard for them until it's in their own ways. So it's the same things that I said for Taurus and Leos. You need to initiate the change. You need to be initiator if you want to remain control. Otherwise, with Pluto, when Pluto is involved in any of these hard aspects, he doesn't take prisoners, right? So it's either you are preparing for it or he's gonna crush you down. So be prepared. Don't let this lunation crush you in a way, your dreams. You are a long-term player anyway, and maybe maybe you're gonna need. Maybe there's some tension between balancing your home life and your work will come from people who support you and love you. So that's a thing. But there's also, I think, a need for you also to have some fun and incorporate this. Venus is coming from the fifth house, some spending time with your kid or waking up your inner child, or there's a sense of definitely doing something fun, something creative, something maybe more superficial that you're used to. And remember, you're very intuitive, a very passionate sign. You know what control is. You know Pluto. You know Mars. You are ruled by those planets, modern and traditionally, and because this is in an opposite side. Taurus is opposite of you. It can be sometimes a challenge, but I think this is a great opportunity for you to shade your skin and start and be a new person, literally, like snakes shade their skin. And I'm using this analogy for a reason, because this can be a very snaky energy, very deceiving with Mars and Pluto. So you need what you know think you need to do to have a more stable, a more fulfilled life. And don't be harsh on your partners, or and maybe there's a solution is coming from there as well, right? I hope you're going to meet somebody if you're single. I hope your relationship will come into more stability, and it's going to be more stronger. If you're already in a relationship, I really do hope that you will rebuild if it's broken, and that you have a fresh new start with more fun, because Venus is in the fifth house. Okay, Sagittarius. Let's see what's happening with you. Where is Jupiter? I would like to put the ruler here. Okay. My dear Sagittarius, I hope you are taking care of your health. Maybe this is a brand new start. Maybe you had some issues with your health recently, and then this is a new beginning for you. Because it's Taurus new moon, and it can be very hard. This one is, but it's ruled by Venus, and Venus is coming from the fourth house. There's definitely some, I think your family, is believing in you more than you think. Having a new moon in the sixth house, maybe your daily routines and your diets and habits that you do for your health are not good enough for as are. So there is, if you weren't feeling really good, if you had some health issues, maybe you need to go and revise and start new diet, new routines, maybe exercise routine, maybe maybe I don't know. I'm always thinking about maybe some supplements, or some holistic approach, something that is going to be long lasting. Okay, what kind of routines, what kind of habits can you implement and incorporate in your daily lives to have long-term stability? I think your family can help you with that. Maybe you need to, like, as a family, completely change the way you eat or the way you do things. So that's going to be, maybe they're going to be supportive, and they're going to start doing this with you, exercise or whatever that is. There might be some conflicts. This is also very similar to Gemini energy. Talking to people, Pluto in the third house can be very hard, manipulative. So the way that people communicate with you, and the way all these debates and arguments, and how you express yourself, and your beliefs and what you want to do, it can be backfired at you. So just be careful. It could be jealousy, obsessions, a lot of things like that. Jupiter is still in the seventh house, and it doesn't see. The problem with this is that Jupiter doesn't see this lunation. They're not connected, so there's no support from him in that sense that you kind of need to feel good. And Venus is kind of squaring you, so that's another issue. And you don't really see this new moon because it's in the house that you don't see. I think that saving grace might come from Mars, just because Mars is finally in Leo after being a long time in the eighth house in Cancer, and now coming to the ninth house. I think you might feel much better about about what you stand for, what your philosophies, your beliefs. You want to explore maybe the world. Maybe there's I think maybe you just can't because of the everyday stuff, the work. Sixth house is also work, so there's opportunity maybe to start something, to do something new. I don't know. I just feel there's a lot of attention because you're such a free sign. You like to be free. You like to explore. Like commitments. And I think this Taurus new moon is actually asking you to commit to something, especially regarding your health or everyday lives. It's in your sixth house, so, or work, or just everyday work, and you need to stay committed, but you kind of want to run away. That's what I feel with this Mars-Pluto opposition, the ninth and third. I think you're seeking for new adventures, for bringing your horizons to. You want to explore the world, you want to go places, you want to go see people, and so you can accomplish that, but by starting a new cycle in your everyday life. Okay, and there is support coming from your family and home, so have that in mind. Okay, when you do these plans. Capricorns. Okay, let's see what is happening with you guys. So all the Capricorns that want to have kids, this is a great time for you to conceive around this new moon, because it's in your fifth house and it's in Taurus, and Venus is ruling this new moon, and she's exalted in Pisces. And although there is Saturn there, but if you already have been trying, this Saturn can now reward you in a sense. There might be some restrictions, maybe it's not going to be as easy, but I feel that still, even if it's not conceiving the kid, it's conceiving a new project, or anything that, this is also for self-employment. So if you want to start a new business, this can be long term. It won't grow fast. So think about everything that you do now for this new moon. Remember, it's going to take a lot of time. It's not going to grow fast. So don't look for quick results. But you are a Capricorn risings, and you know that it takes time. You're a Saturn baby. You know everything takes time. So Saturn being with this Venus can actually help you. And if you want to start dating again, this is also about romance and sexuality. The fifth house, it's about creating new things, or having fun, finding joy, maybe starting a new hobby. Where do you find joy? What do you like? The issues are coming from money problems, for money responsibilities, for financial obligations. Yes, so there can be issues with that. There could be issues with just feeling maybe a little bit depressed. And why do I say that? Because if you're not, if you have been doing something for a very long time and you didn't see the result, yay for the Capri risings. Yes. Finally, I was able to come to Capricorn rising. Yeah. It's not gonna. I just have a feeling that it might not come as easy, or you might not receive as much financial gain from everything as you wanted to. But this is long term. I'm talking about end of this, not now. So something that you start now, because of this conflict. I like that Saturn as your ruler is with Venus ruling this. I think it helps you regain, have faith, and just have more faith for these projects that you're starting, and you're gonna need that on this trip. Don't get I'm always feeling when I see Pluto and Mars, it's the 8th and 2nd. It's about losing money, or people not being happy that you have money, so they want to take over your money. Something I'm just feeling that there can be something about as well. But the second house is also about your talents and skills. So people like manipulating you about that, like then you kind of start, doubting yourself. I think the power lies in how to use this energy the best is to actually use your talents and skills, especially the ones that you neglected, and that is your, and let them be your secret weapon. Okay, because Pluto is about secrets, and this is about weapons, right? This is explosive energy. So I think you should, or you can use your financial situation, your money or your asset, your possession, as your secret weapon in all this. Um, if you come up with any kind of situations here, so pull that ace from the sleeve. That's what I feel for Capricorns, because you probably have one and people don't know it. So it's like a secret, like a secret superpower that you can bring out with this Pluto, instead of being a conflict or explosion happening to you. It can be like a positive explosion happening to others. Like, this is what I really am, right? Um, yeah, because you're going to be, Saturn in the third gives you a discipline in a way that you communicate with others. So you won't just blab things. There's a lot of things that here that um, maybe you need to start something in secret, so nobody knows, right? That will help you as well. Saving grace does come from the way you think. So I think maybe strategic thinking, long-term thinking, that can help you as well. I think maybe you need to write down, if you have a project starting, maybe you want to write something like a business plan, like a long-term business plan that's very like structured. You need to structure your project, and have it in a more structured way, and use your, yes, as I mentioned, use your secret talents and skills to start something and grow something beautiful and new. um, yes, absolutely. Yeah, just don't get, it can be psychologically, they can push your buttons and you can just explode a lot. Yeah, just don't get your buttons pushed as well. I think you're gonna be good. I think Venus is helping you here. Yeah. Well, good luck with the new projects, Capricorns. Let's see, what do we have here? Aquarius. This is the last fixed sign. Oh boy. Yeah, as I mentioned, I know usually Taurus new moons are very fertile, very good. Moon likes to be Taurus. I love usually, but this one is just uh, this one won't go easy as we expect. So it's going to be a lot of more. We're going to need to do more effort, and the results are going to be not as soon as we want them. And for Aquarius, this is definitely happening in your home life. So either you want to change your home, or you wanted to move, or this is also maybe a new beginning. Maybe you need to start anew. Maybe you need to move. Maybe it's time for you to definitely to start a new life somewhere else. And I feel that this might come from your partner. It might be initiated also from your partners, because there's going to be some action there, and then they're going to get some kind of opportunity that you will need to move because of them, and you won't like it because you're losing control. So that might be a situation that some other outside forces that are happening in somebody else's lives, in maybe your family lives or partner's life, that will force you, that you need to move or change something that you were not prepared of, or you didn't initiate. Yeah, so everything, yeah. So again, if you really want to buy a house, buy something, sell something, Venus is in the second house of money, so that is good. But there is still Saturn, so it might have there might be delays, or things might not be as soon as you want them, or you need to put some hard work into it, or you need to, maybe you buy an old house that needs to be renovated, like stuff like that. It's not going to be like easy. Watch out really for any kind of power dynamics and conflicts with your partners, business partners, clients. Don't get emotionally sucked into any kind of manipulations. If you love me, you wouldn't move for me, or something like that. I think this is an opportunity for you to see what is your dream house. Where do you see, where do you want to live when you retire? Where do you see yourself in 10, 15 years? What is, how do you imagine your family to looks like? That's what I feel. This is like an opportunity for that. Don't get distracted by other noise around you. It won't be easy. There's going to be a lot of noise around you. Money is not good. Maybe money is tight. Maybe partner is demanding, and because with Mars in the seventh, partner is the one who is roaring, and they want their own thing, right? So so how to get Pluto in the first is a lot about transformation. So you definitely maybe need to transform your life completely. I was born with Pluto in the first house. My life has been, I feel like I'm living the second life. I have a completely different life now. So it's interesting with Pluto. It literally destroys what you had before, and you're rebuilding a new thing. This is a rebuilding of new foundations, and maybe you need to rebuild and rethink where you're coming from. What was the foundation you brought from your family, from your ancestry? Is that something that you really want to keep? Maybe you need to rebuild that. But as I said, fixed signs, they need to initiate a change. If you don't initiate something from outside of your control will come and change it for you. And then you're not gonna be happy. Not an easy lunation, although as I said, new moons in Taurus are nice, but this one is gonna be challenging. It will need some sacrifice in order to build something big and long lasting. And Pisces, let's see what is happening for you. I don't need that. I need this. Okay. Dear Pisces, if you want to start a new blog, a new book, a new course, if you want to learn something, if you want to teach something, if you want to reconnect with your school peers, with your siblings, with your neighbors, if you want to buy a new car, a new bicycle, if you need to change your neighborhood, if you want to live in a different neighborhood, if you want to build something long lasting that your voice can be heard, now is the time to start that, initiate that. How do you want to be heard? Where is your curiosity? How do you want to communicate with others? Is it written word, oral word? Is it a video? What is it? Is it a book? Venus is coming from the first house, so it needs to be you. It needs to be something that comes from you. It's something that makes you feel good, makes you feel loved, makes you feel desired, and Venus is it's still in the first house. She's going to move soon to the second, but this is a great opportunity for you. Jupiter is in the fourth house, and Neptune as a modern ruler just came in the second. So there is some kind of new vibe kind of coming, right? So Aries as a modern ruler of Pisces is giving you some kind of strength, more boldness, more willing to initiate things. Okay. Saving grace is yourself. So it has to come. Like, I think maybe you're going to feel maybe more inclined to make something happen, to be seen in the world and heard. Okay. Yes, this might be out of your comfort zone. Pluto in the 12th, and there's this situation. There may be some people from your workplace that might not like what you have to say. You need to, whatever you do, you need to make sure that your health is not impacted. So don't do something that will, especially also your mental health and physical health. Make sure whatever you initiate and do, and that you also take care of your body, your temple, your spirit, your soul. There may be, with Mars here, there might be some inflammations coming as well. So just be careful. Also, if you have pets, take care of your pets. But yeah, people who you work with, they might, want to pick a fight. You're usually very calm. You don't want to. You want to help others. You're very, sympathetic, empathetic. But I think this new moon in Taurus wants you to build something. It wants you to ground yourself, because you're so out there. You always, you're in your imagination. You are, thinking money is not important or whatever. It's time that you actually make something tangible happen. People will recognize you more if you have some material things to show, something tangible, like a book or a blog or something. So make sure that you are heard and seen, um, in a grounded, tangible way. Don't let other, it's going to be hard with this Mars-Pluto. It might have affect you, because you're like a sponge. So you need to have boundaries for this new moon, um, and just say no. That's as simple as it is. Just say no, I cannot, or no, I won't tolerate this anymore, or no, I don't like it, no, this is not good. That's exactly what you need to do. Yeah. And um, there's a huge potential, uh, to start a new loving, start journaling, if nothing else, start a new beginning, um, the way you are heard, and the way you express yourself. Beautiful, beautiful new beginning. Venus in the first house. This is a fertile combination. Don't get distressed by others. Don't get depressed. Don't get sucked up into other people's energies, and have boundaries. That's very important. Okay, that's it from me today. I hope this was useful, guys. Have a great holidays ahead. Have a great new moon. Um, have in mind that, it's, yeah, it's not going to be the easiest one, but it can be productive as well. So have that in mind. And one more time, if you want to join my course starting May 2nd, there's still some, I think I'm going to have maybe 2 groups. I'll see. So let me know. It's going to be personalized. We're going, even if you already have some knowledge of astrology, this is going to be applied to your own chart, the knowledge you have. So it's going to be very interesting. Let me know. Subscribe to my newsletter. The May forecast will come up in 10 days, around 10 days. And yes, and I'm going to be speaking at ESAR on June 15th. Topic is the strategic thinking when Mercury meets Pallas Athena. So if you're interested, you can see the link below to register. Okay, bye. Hugs and kisses to everybody. Thank you for joining, and have a great weekend ahead.